with the news that Pau Gasol went to the Bulls, who knows? Maybe that's going to make Marc Gasol go to the Bulls. I mean, people were hopeful of getting Pau in here for his brother in New York. And you don't know if you're going to get that. My thing on the two local teams, the Nets and the Knicks, I think if they do make the playoffs, the Nets and the Knicks, it'll be around the 6, 7, 8 seeds. I don't think they will be up in the standings. And anyone who thinks that, I have these Knicks fans, these idiotic Knicks fans on Facebook, they really believe in Toronto? They've done a great job, signing their free agents, adding depth in early free agency, and they got good young talent. I believe in the Toronto Raptors. I like Toronto a lot. With Brooklyn, if Lionel Hollins can, get Brook Lopez involved in a good offensive scheme, then I think the Nets are a playoff team. Again, you have to have all the pieces come together with what you have. Listen, Pierce leaving for the Wizards, it just makes the trade that they had with getting Pierce and Garnett, it makes that look bad because I don't think you're losing anything with Paul Pierce. I think Paul Pierce was washed up, and Garnett's probably going to retire, and I think Garnett's washed up too. But it just makes that trade look bad for the Nets because they lost draft picks. The Knicks, they still have a lot of work to do. I don't want to hear these Knicks fans. You have a lot of work to do. Relax. So if you had to ask me today, I don't think the Nets and the Knicks are that legitimate. Can they make a run? Well, you know what? You have to look at, do you believe in the Hawks? Do you believe in Charlotte? I think Atlanta and Charlotte have good talent, and we'll see if they improve. Chicago depends on injuries and health. Miami, you don't know what you're going to get. They got Bosh back. Who knows if Wade's going back? If Wade may go to Chicago. Who knows? Those are up in the air. I really can't say anything yet, but I tell you right now, if you had asked me today, I think the Nets and the Knicks will be battling for the 7th, 8th seed in the playoffs. Decent talent enough, but not enough to really scare any people. And I think the Knicks getting younger is a good thing, but I do think that this Carmelo Anthony contract, I think, will end up doing more harm for the Knicks in terms of handcuffing them. That's just what I feel. I feel if Melo really wanted to stay in New York and bring a winning product, I think Melo should have took a David Wright discount and took a hometown discount. I'm not saying go from, say $40 million to $2 million. I'm not saying that. But if you want to stay in New York, and listen, as a New Yorker, hey, you know what? That's respect. Melo wants to stay in New York. I respect that. His wife, I think, wants to stay in New York more, but Melo wants to stay in New York. Okay, I'll take that. If you're Carmelo Anthony, you got to take a couple million off, man. If you want to stay in New York, here's the thing. If you want to stay in New York and say that you want to be a part of a winner, you got to take the discount. You can't have it both ways. You can't go, I want to stay with the Knicks, but pay me max money so we can get maybe only one guy. You gotta try and work with Phil Jackson. I'm surprised Phil actually gave him max money. Who knows? Knicks fans are happy though that Melo is back. Net fans, I have no clue what we're gonna do. I mean, we have a new head coach in Lionel Hollins who I think will help, but where do we go from here? We kind of just blew everything up for that 1 year last year. And 44 games and a second round exit? Was it worth it? I don't think so. Back after this.